race a little bit more interesting. We are currently 2 minutes left of open quali, so I don't need to give you any details on that. I'm pretty sure you guys are all aware of what's going on. There isn't a mandatory tyre change, but I'm guessing due to the fuel limitations you will need to box as well. We are streaming over on Twitch, YouTube and TikTok as well, under the Refined Motorsport channel. We've got broadcasting and stewarding over there as well with live commentary. What I will say regarding stewarding is all stewarding will be done over voice comms, so hopefully you guys can hear me. So I'll be keeping an eye on incidents, watching for anyone doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing, issuing penalties, that stuff, black flags. We'll be bringing out pace cars as well if needed. There is unlimited fast repairs, so if you do have an incident you can just jump into the pits, rejoin behind a safety car if there is more than 2 cars involved. But what I will say is enjoy the race. If you haven't joined already, come join the Discord. We'll be sharing all the stuff going forwards in terms of most of races and leagues over there. Yeah, thanks for taking the time to listen to this one. I did this about 5 minutes ago and my audio wasn't working. But yeah, cheers guys. So we will try and go again. Hopefully audio is fine. Hopefully you guys are hearing me okay. Let me know if you are not. Got 1 minute of qualifying left. Bob Little currently topping the times at the moment, only driver into the 159s. We know Ethan Turner can do it. We saw him do that in practice, currently running 2 minutes flat. Not quite into the 159s yet. Again, very mixed set of drivers today. Ranging from 1200 all the way up to 4.2k, and that is the Ferrari 296 driver of Bob Little. As we come into the final 30 seconds of qualifying, unfortunately, a couple of people have left. I know that Iracing has been having some issues today. Hopefully everything is sorted. As we ride on board with Ethan Turner, driving the same car as was last week at Daytona, Ford Mustang GT3, 3.5k irate driver. Ethan come from a GTP background, doesn't drive GT3, he's been doing decent over the last couple of weeks.
Got me by what? Never mind, that was easy. Thanks, I thought, yeah, I still some people in there at the end. We get in there. Yeah, that's fun. Keep it. Now I want to go back out.
So that does conclude
Fun, man. I've never faced this track before.
qualifying here at Sebring. Got a short cooldown before we jump into the gridding up phase. All drivers will be starting in double file for a rolling start here at Sebring. Timing the green flag here is going to be tough, especially for the drivers close to the back of the grid as they come through sunset. Fortunately, Jacob isn't feeling great today, Thomas, so he won't be joining this one. So this is a stewarding by myself, commentating by myself, keeping an eye on everything by myself. sort of race, but I suppose we've done all this before. As Jacob was off at Nürburgring and Spa 2 weeks ago. This is your debut. Nice to have you, mate. Thomas Fox in Porsche 911 today, currently in P7 201.0. Nice and comfortably into the midfield. Hi F1, this is not a league at the moment, this is a open hosted session.
Are we doing a rolling start or a standing start?
It's a rolling start, yeah.
Nice.
I think we have 2 pit stops, by the way.
Yep, it's a 40% fuel limit. So that is the end of the cooldown. Drivers should be gridding up very shortly. Let's take a
I better
quick
find
look.
some speed in the pit.
Just listening into some of the drivers as my overlay seems to be crashing. So just to take a look at today's lineup. So we have Bob Little,
Hey, good luck,
4K driver, Ferrari 296 starting on pole position. Bob Little first time driving for the Remo Open Broadcasting Sessions. Ethan Turner puts it into P2, better result than Daytona last week. Going back, we have Nick Tuin in P3 in the Mercedes AMG. We have Brock Welty in P4 Porsche 911. P5 is Inham Khan in the Ferrari 296. Liam Lancaster sits in P6, the only driver on the grid in a Lamborghini today. Thomas Fox from the UK in the Porsche 911, starting on P7, followed by Ken Bakken, a regular here from Norway. Dean Ragg, Porsche 911, starting in P9, followed by Chris Colbath in P10. Charlie O'Kane, another regular here, driving the Aston Martin GT3 Evo. Again, only driver in the Aston Martin today, so we'll see how well that car and Charlie performs during this race. Starting alongside him is Lewis Connolly in P12 in the Ford Mustang.
Challenge accepted, Thomas.
John Salada in the Porsche 911, starting P13, followed by Anthony Heitzmer from the 11s in P14. And to round off the back of the grid, we have Rodin Eveting from the Netherlands in the Porsche 911, and Nico Balderrama starting at the back of the grid. So that does conclude the lineup for today's race, as the drivers start in behind a safety car for their outlap. As the sun sets here at Sebring International Speedway. A couple of drivers to keep an eye on. Ethan Turner today has been telling me how much he does love this track. We'll see how he performs. It's going to be a good battle on, I think, for P1 and P2. We both know, both drivers can get into 159s. Bob Little and Ethan Turner definitely the ones to watch up front in the Ferrari 296 and the Ford Mustang GT3. Nico Balderrama starting at the back of the grid. Definitely a driver to keep an eye on as well. Usually performs very well in terms of strategy. Has a very decent pace as well for a 2K driver. Managed to definitely outperform himself the last 2 races. Yeah, Charlie O'Kane in the Aston Martin. A couple of incidents over the last couple of races. Good to see a good result from him. Throughout race 2, Dean Bragg. Spanish streams. Like Hi Jack, this is a open session at the moment. It is a 1200 irate minimum to join. We're going to be running the league once we release the website, which is going to be running over the next couple of days, so keep an eye on that. If you're not in the Discord, head on over to Discord, link is in the bio. You'll find it in Twitch, YouTube and this, TikTok as well. Posting all the details there and announcing when the site does go live. So we are about to come onto the back straight. Bob Little weaving around, generating the temperature into the tyres. Ferrari 296 seems to be the go-to choice for a lot of the public sessions that we've been running here at Farm Motorsport. That seems to have mitigated now since showing the Porsche 911. A lot of drivers opting for the Porsche 911. Running 40% fuel today, so again the strategy is definitely one to keep an eye on. All the drivers waiting for the safety car to peel away into the pits. As the pack does start backing up as we come through sunset. Safety car now into the pits. All eyes on Bob Little. He chooses when the field goes.
Green flag.
Seems to have been pretty quick off the line already. Big gap. Ethan Turner losing a place early. Almost getting swallowed up as they're 3 wide back in turn 2. As Nick Tewin goes wide and off the track, and there has been an incident at the back there. Let's keep an eye on what's going on. See if we can monitor the situation. It doesn't seem that my overloads want to work. Bear with me guys, I'll just keep an eye on things at the moment. There's a couple of drivers already off and into the dirt. A couple of incidents definitely to take a look at. What we'll do is we will deploy
The yellow flag is out.
a safety car whilst we review these incidents. Just a heads up, just remember there is fast repair as well. Doesn't mean the race is over. So we're just trying to have a look at some of these incidents to see exactly what happened at the beginning of this race. I'd like to watch that further behind. Ken Backen is getting a penalty here. Ken Backen unfortunately getting caught up in that.
Fuck around, Lobby, or what, guys?
Other incident to review is what happened here. Interesting to see just kind of what happened. It's a racing incident, kind of loses it on him by himself.
fuck was that about? Really? You get one lap done? Ah,
Like, can you wow. You should hopefully get away from after
I'm not sure. What happened there was the drivers. Just trying to keep an eye on things. Drivers, traffic lights.
there is a passenger there. You've got no front. You've got no front bottom, by the way. Paul. It's like the pit lane's closed as well. Never mind.
I've been in the pit since turn 2 of lap 1.
So the drivers now into the pits. A lot of lifting. Engineers. Rear wing comes in for fast pair. Fast pairs is on today. So I will be doing waved around traffic for Rock quality. If drivers can stay on the left hand side, allow Rock to pass on the right hand side. And straight away we have a driver, Anthony Hatesman, comes to the left. Just making sure it is impeding. rest of the grid. Be one more lap behind the safety car. One lap remaining after this lap round. This is start finish. Again, Lewis Connolly is given the wave around. Driver stay to the left hand side, allowing you to pass on the right, please.
Green flag, green flag.
Why has that gone green? That is not what we keeping an eye on the front runners. It's going to be very hard to commentate this race. There's a lot going on. Nathan Turner out in the lead. Big damage. Just where that came from. Because they are 3 wide through this right-hander. Does manage to come out on top. Also, we've had a whole bunch of technical issues today. Get sorted as we do see spinning out there. See what happened to It's Bob Little. Close the gap, goes fastest from 202 flat. Nathan Turner picking up the 1X. Fighting alongside Liam Lancaster as we go up the inside. Lamborghini side by side. Anthony Hatesman to make that stick. Liam Lancaster ahead, P7. As we look to the front there, Nathan Turner trying to fend off. Bob Little might struggle as we come through these last 2 corners for the back straight. Oh, Mustang looking to fall that fast line. Doesn't quite make that stick. Bob Little now into the lead of this race. Scott Bolty sets the fastest time at 2:01.9. Khan does manage to make the pass at the Porsche 911 past D-Rag does manage to hold that on, hold on to that position as well though. Liam Lancaster looking for capitalisation on that move. Battle on track at the moment. So you can go around and off track. Sixth place is pretty nuts as they Khan dives to the inside. Hatesman looking for a move there, just unable to find the grip on the outside of the track. Russian wall there from Hatesman. Their net code. See Rodent Evening. It's Colbath background out into the across the gravel. Round the outside of Liam Lancaster with a long right hander. Lancaster looking to make a response here as we come down into the braking zone, 200 metre board. Great discs in that Porsche 911, absolutely glowing deep into the ABS. Back up front, so Bob Little sort of pulled away. Ethan Turner unable to stick with him, but he is now under pressure from Nico Balderrama. Nico Balderrama's tied at the back of the grid in this race. He somehow ended up in P3. Turner going to have to go defensive here. Nico Balderrama looking for a move. Just loses the front end there as he turns into turn 2. Allows Ethan Turner just to sort of relax a little bit, settle into this race. It's 20 minutes in. Yeah, question for chat. I mean, what track do we think we should be running next week? What tracks would you guys like to see on the calendar?
What fucking idiot.
To be fair, to me that does look like that was. There's left plenty of room on the outside of the track. Turner still under pressure from Nico. Nico Valderrama in the Porsche 911, all over the back of that Ford Mustang. Valderrama definitely looking for a move. Ethan Turner really likes that wide line, maximise top end speed down the back straight. Valderrama as close as he can get, pretty much pushing him along down the back straight. Easton Turner goes for the defensive line. Great car placement there. As we go through the right long, right hand of the sunset. Very uneven track surface, so you can see the Porsche bouncing around. Nico Valderrama looks to the inside. Ethan Turner manages to just drive that round the outside, keeps hold of the position. Safe to say that the 2K driver, Nico Valderrama, is definitely putting the 3.5K driver, Ethan Turner, under pressure here. Hard on the brakes. Very comfortable in the Porsche 911. Other battles happening out on track at the moment, but I think this is by far the most interesting. Bob Little pulled away massively, 8.7 seconds ahead. Still one of those where I'm not sure if taking that super wide line down onto the back straight is quicker or not. Ford Mustang, usually king of pace, and straight line speed. Porsche definitely giving him a run for his money. So Dean, I would put it down to who the person on the inside of the track. It looked like it was their fault initially. So I think it was the Ferrari at the time. It was on the inside. There also looks like there was a bit of netcode involved in it, to be honest. So yeah, drives now into the pits. Interesting to see where they come out. I mean, we can take a quick look at that again after these drivers come out of pits. Take a look at the incident. So yeah, the yellow flag at the beginning of the race definitely allowed us to sort of push on a little bit during the first stint, but we are running less fuel, so 40% fuel today.
You can pick them in one hole.
Ethan Turner definitely getting the run out of the pits, managed to build a gap. Second now. Okay, Valderrama definitely going to have to do something out the bag if he wants to close up by the end of this lap. Drivers still out on track that are yet to pit. One of those is Norwegian driver Ken Bakken. He's running off and out the back there. 16 seconds behind down in P10, but clearly doing some fuel saving here. Push that down just a little bit. I think 16 seconds might be a little too much in order for fuel saving to really pay off here. Leo, cheers for the follow. Welcome into the stream, my guy. Feel free to come drop me a follow over on Twitch and YouTube as well. Come join the Discord if you haven't already. Discord link and details are in the bio of whichever social platform you are watching on. Again, still yet to pit. Ethan Turner currently P4, provisional second place at the moment. Once the pit stops will line out. Nico Balderrama has managed to pull that gap back down to less than 2 tenths. Bumper to bumper. Really good, clean, hard racing from both drivers. Balderrama definitely into the slipstream. Ethan Turner stays to the inside in the Ford Mustang GT. Balderrama really want to get this move done. Appears to be the faster driver of the both of them, but as one said, it's one thing to catch, another thing to pass, as Nico Balderrama looks for the outside. Ethan Turner did this 3 laps ago. Nico Balderrama responds, if you can do it, I can do it too. Really great stuff from Nico there. Game volume is 1 or 2 clicks too loud. That could also be. Just banged it down a little bit. That could also be the raw sound of Ford Mustang screaming past the camera. I've also been having a whole bunch of audio issues today, and I don't know what has caused either of them. Not ideal. That's the thing, Nico able to sort of build that gap behind, when he's sitting behind Ethan. Very likely due to the slipstream. Ethan Turner really not letting Nico pull away. As Ken Backen makes up a position, reclaims that P10 spot. As Ethan Turner now back in front of Nico Balderrama. All the hard work from Nico, really going to have to do it all over again. One thing drivers are going to have to keep an eye out for during this race is the tyre wear. These drivers not taking tyres. During this race. As it looks like that might be a Nick Tuin out of the race. So yeah, what track are we feeding next week? I think when we start running the leagues as well, we're going to have a broadcast cam as well. It's been a while since I was actually on camera on one of my streams. Nico Balderrama to the inside, manages to get his car alongside Ethan Turner. Going to have to give him the space. Is he able to hold the grip and find that grip around the outside? Hold on to that position. Hard to tell as they cross the start-finish line down into turn 1. Ethan Turner with the inside does manage to fend off Nico Balderrama through 2 of the biggest overtaking zones on this track. Bob Little has pitted, yes George. But I think this is probably one of the best battles we've seen. Best and longest battles that we've seen. I mean, Daytona P1, 2 and 3 last week was great for the first stint, but 35 minutes into this race, 25 minutes to go, and we still have Ethan Turner and Nico Balderrama pushing each other along. I think that is why Bob Little's able to gain so much space. It's Chris Colbath with a black flag. Interesting to know what happened to Chris. I think he has just retired from the race. Definitely know both these drivers are not going to be fuel saving. Ethan Turner definitely giving it the big one about how well he's going to do here at Sebring. Absolutely getting wrung out right now by a 2K driver of Nico Balderrama. Yes, George, we are running a 40% race. Oh, as we'll just quickly watch that back and see what happened there. Trying to keep an eye on just to see who was ahead at the apex. He bounced to the inside, gets squeezed a little bit. That was a racing incident. I was thinking of giving the position back to Nico, but the contact happened before he'd made the pass. Elbows out driving from both drivers. Yeah, I'm not sure how much this 40% fuel is going to pay off in terms of race action towards the end of this race. We were under yellow flags for about 3 laps. Nico Balderrama to the inside, side by side. Ethan Turner not giving him a shed of room to move over. Holds the middle line, pulls in just behind. Nico Balderrama makes it stick. Coming through the long right-hander of Sunset. Nico bouncing all the way out to the outside of the track. Ethan Turner trying to take that inside line, but I think Nico Balderrama has made this one stick. And I think this is it for Nico. He really needs to show us that pace, pull away, create the gap, get out the slipstream. 1 or more seconds should do it. Remo Racing, I want to say a big thank you for follow. Sorry, I've only just caught that now. Have a lot going on in terms of racing incidents.
8 and 9.
Yeah, let's... That is DQ for Idle, Anthony Hatesmell. As Ethan Turner picking up an off track. One thing that is going to have to really start settling in now for Valderrama. 20 minutes to go. He's already on 18 incident points. 25 limit for a DQ in this race. He has managed to pull that 1 second gap. Ethan Turner potentially looking at the strategy here, realising that we have spent 3 or 4 laps behind the safety car. Obviously able to save a little bit of fuel there. He's probably taken his first pit stop, looking at that second, going, this could still be a one-stop race. Back and now under pressure from Brock Walton. There's Nico Valderrama. Lost all of the time he's gained. Ethan Turner now right on his rear bumper again. See notes, cheers for the follow. Welcome in. Ethan Turner, already you see him going right to the outside of the track to get the best line possible to maximise his top speed down the straight. Doesn't look like he's going to be capable of doing it this time. It's going to be a very late lunge if he does. Goes to the inside. Too wide through sunset. Caution 11 bouncing over the grain of the 180 long hairpin. It's Ethan Turner now back in front.
That was a heck of a walk.
Oh, no.
14 minutes remaining. I think the big thing to point out from this race as well, Nico Balderrama started P15, gained 12 positions, all the way up to P3. Mega performance.
Nico, feel free to attack.
Ethan Turner getting on the radio telling him to attack. Just managing to hold the gap. It seems like most drivers are. As Nico Balderrama goes for a late lunge down the inside. Manages to make that stick. Ethan's going to have to respond. We've seen Nico pull a second as he goes to the middle of the track, and Ethan goes down the inside again. Elbows out. Nico gets squeezed out to the outside of the track. Ethan back into second place. Doesn't want to give up too easily on that one. Nico Balderrama, giving it everything, has picked up another 3 incident points through off tracks. He's got 4 remaining before getting a DQ from the session. Nico all over the back of Ethan. Ethan to the right hand side, realises Nico might not be close enough to make a move. Goes for a fake there just to show his headlights in the side mirrors there for Ethan. As Ethan goes into the pits, Nico Balderrama staying out. Was that the strategy all this time? Was that the feel free to attack to get Nico to use his fuel? Going to be very interesting to see where these drivers come out. Nico's going to have to give this everything on this in lap for this to count. The drivers making their second stop. 10 minutes left to go. Does give us 10 minutes of racing. Gap sitting at 24 seconds. Is 24 seconds going to be enough? For Ethan Turner to keep the lead of this race. Gap now down to 20 seconds. Nico Balderrama coming down the back straight. Is this going to be the lap to pit? Has he been keeping on his fuel? He is driving rather slowly. He's lost 6 seconds. I think that's going to be a question of, did he run out of fuel or realise that he was cutting his fuel fine? Ethan Turner already coming round sunset. On to the start finish. Nico Balderrama only just into his pit box. That is Ethan Turner now comfortably into P2. Nico Balderrama only now exiting the pit lane. Staying out the extra lap. Has that cost him? I think he ran out of fuel or was cutting his fuel margins incredibly fine. What that does mean now is Thomas Fox and Liam Lancaster currently battling P4 and P5 could be eyeing up a podium position here today. Sebring International Raceway. Thomas Fox looking for a defensive move there against Liam Lancaster. Liam Lancaster unable to make that stick. Bob Little now pole sit up, jumps into the pits. Comfortable 55-second lead over the rest of the field. Plenty of time. He could even take tyres if he wanted to. Seven minutes remaining. 9 seconds is definitely not going to be enough, but we have seen Ethan Turner make mistakes. Not sure what Ethan is doing here, but he's out on the grass. Is he looking to allow Nico to just sort of catch back up and have a go at it? The final 6.5 minutes of this race. It'd be absolutely golden right now if Ethan crashed his car in the last 6 minutes. So, race is on. 5 minutes left to go. We do have 5 minutes left of side-by-side racing between Ethan Turner and Nico Balderrama. should do. Nico's ahead. Let's finish the race under safety car. Yeah, I think we've seen almost an hour worth of intense racing between these two drivers. And we do get to see that for a few more minutes. Shortly and close behind. We have Thomas Fox and Liam Lancaster also fighting for P4 here. Now if Ethan and Nico get into a tangle, Thomas Fox or Liam Lancaster could go on to fill P2 and P3 positions. World Team was new personal best, 2 minutes flat, 0.9. Valderrama to that inside line. Plenty of grip on the outside of this track. Ethan Turner able to get the power down much quicker, side by side. Shuts the door. Oh, Nico now down to the inside into turn one. We've seen this time again this race. That outside line is fast enough to hold on to position. Ethan Turner holds on, 2 more laps to go. Fox and Ian Lancaster coming together here. That's something that happened here. I think that's been a bit of a rear end collision. I think I'm toward there. As they come across the line for the last lap of the race. Ethan Turner, 1 more lap to go. It's safe to say Nico Valderrama also put on an incredible performance today. Driver in a different league. 47 seconds ahead. It's 30 seconds before the last 10 minutes. On the final lap of the race. Around sunset for the last time as the sun has set here at Sebring International Raceway. Fine Motorsport Public Open, Bob Little. No, we've not seen much of him, but wins here at Sebring. Eyes back on Ethan Turner and Nico Valderrama for the P2 spot. Now or never, Nico. He's got to make this lunch if he wants to He wants to win this race. Ethan needed to play this one smart. Nico Valderrama down the inside. Man just made that stick. And gets DQ'd for... Oh no. No. Ethan Turner comes home to finish. P2. Nico Valderrama could not get a single incident point. He was on 21 incident points and gets his final incident point into the last corner of the race. I'm actually speechless. Nico Valderrama, absolutely incredible performance today. Started P15th on the grid. Comes home to almost take a podium position and picks up his final incident point in the last corner of the race. And that's the thing, with these incident points for actual limits, there's nothing I can do about it. I can clear black flags and incident points once they've happened. But when you hit the limit and you just get yeah, it was a 4x that was, and get DQ'd from the session just like that. I think we've got to watch that again. It was an incredible move. He goes down the inside, goes for the lunge, does his best to make that stick. Ethan Turner still does leave him plenty of room. And it was that tiny bit of contact there that gets him DQ'd from the race. Here at Sebring International Raceway. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. I really feel for Nico, I really do. That was an insane performance. Honestly, I don't know what to say. We will have a chat with Ethan. We're just going to grab hold of him in the Discord, and I'll pull him in once he is here. How we doing, Ethan? Before I ask you any questions and talk about this race, I just want to say, the last corner of that race, Nico Valderrama picks up his final incident points and gets DQ'd from the race. I mean, let's before we talk about what an incredible battle that has been for the last hour, what have you got to say about the final corner of this race? What happened? Walk us through it.
I mean, I knew I had to hold him tight, and I knew I had to brake late. I mean, me and Nico the entire time was just battling away, so I think we had like a good respect for each other by the end of it. But yeah, no, I think he just hit a bump and just washed out wide. But oh man, it was great. That I'm in shock. The 4x. Wow, I can't believe it got him. I do feel like I was a little bit robbed. I do feel like that contact was a bit but I mean, hey, it's racing at the end of the day. It was absolutely amazing.
I mean, we were following your battle. I think you probably got about 85% of the screen time throughout that race. There was moments where you'd had sort of a second between you both. I don't know whether that was down to sort of fuel saving or might have been sort of raw pace through sector 1 and sector 2, and then we'd get to sector 3 and all of a sudden the gaps were closed, and that was in both directions, whether you were leading or whether Nico was leading.
I'm really annoyed with myself actually. So I was running TC6 and I just had no pace, and I swapped it down to TC4 and I instantly 1 second on my time, and I was really frustrated with myself. but like I was still having to adjust, and Nico was just really, really fast and consistent throughout the entire race. So it was just I had to really push at certain times to really catch up, and I was really struggling in certain sectors. And oh man, yeah, he's great at it. He's great at racing. I gotta give him so much respect.
Yeah, I think one of the sort of big things is I'm just having a small issue with my Twitch chat. Yeah, one of the sort of big things there I thought throughout that was and I mentioned this a number of times, Ethan being a 2K driver, sorry, Nico being a 2K driver, yourself being 3.5K.
Yeah.
In terms of pressure, did you feel like you was under pressure throughout that race?
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. There was he had some great moves. I remember I think it was down into that hairpin. He sent an amazing move, an insane dive bomb, and I couldn't get him. I couldn't let him get away with it. I couldn't. Like as a 3.5k, that kind of bruised my ego a little bit. So the next time I did send a bit of a naughty dive bomb, but I think, I mean, it was elbows out at that point. He put me under a lot of pressure. Um, I had to really fight for my life at times. But
So yeah, we
yeah.
saw a little bit of sort of elbows out going into turn 3. You went sort of to that sort of middle line into the braking zone. Nico really looking to sort of go down the inside. I think
Yeah.
you sort of bashed wheels. You ran over the curb, ran deep, obviously into the
Yeah.
corner. Yeah, definitely a
Yeah.
really good battle to watch.
I ran wide there, and I mean at this point I'm just driving on tilt. I'm just trying to get back up to pace, back up to pace, back up to pace, and I just ever so slightly ran wide, and it gave him that opportunity. But I mean I gave him the squeeze. I feel like that contact might have just been on me. Um, I haven't actually had a chance to review it yet, but it was great. Yeah. Again, just really respectful battling. We was really wheel to wheel with each other, and again, still respecting each other. It was great.
I mean, there's times that we sort of watch races and things get a little bit boring. Cars have like 2 second gaps between them, and they don't really do much with that throughout the entire race. This actually felt like a GT3 race. There were times where you were just so close to each other, I couldn't tell whether you were side by side, bumper to bumper, pretty much on top of each other. It was definitely an entertaining race to watch. I think it'd be really good if Nico was able to jump into the Discord and come and have a chat, because I think I'd love to get his reaction when
Definitely.
asking him some questions. So Nico, if you are in Twitch, which I think you are, um, feel free to come have a chat with me. I think it'll be a good conversation.
Yeah, definitely. But oh man, thanks for hosting this. This has been great. I was really struggling at the start of that race. I just felt like I didn't have any of the pace, and it was really weird because it's like in that practice I set that 59.6, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm on pace, and my race pace was just nowhere to be seen. Um, but yeah, I woke up halfway through eventually. Nico was being really respectful early on and just pushing me through. Um, I don't think he wanted to overtake me, and then I think at one point he got fed up and wanted to take it,
I mean,
and he did.
that could have been down to the fact you did get on the radio and say, feel free to make a move.
Yeah, yeah, he was sitting behind me quite a lot. I was like, I respect it, don't get me wrong, but I just had no pace, and I was like, I wanna give some entertainment. But yeah, I saw that he went out, and I thought he went the extra lap, and then I saw that he was going really slowly.
Yeah, so and again, it'll be interesting to get Nico's take on this. From our point of view, watching from the outside, obviously Nico went the extra lap on the second stint,
Yeah.
was running slowly, or he was running on pace. I think he probably looked down at his fuel, realised that, like, oh damn, I need to start fuel saving a little bit here. I've gone an extra lap and I don't think I can do it. And I think
Yeah.
that's why he started falling off in terms of pace on that lap. I'm guessing it was down to a fuel issue. Obviously, won't know about talking to him. But yeah, I think he came out. He was 9 seconds up. But yeah, I think it was great from a sportsmanship point of view to sort of allow him to catch back up and give us 5 minutes at the end there of
Yeah,
more intense
yeah,
racing. But yeah, unfortunate for Nico coming off worse out of yourselves. Unfortunately,
yeah,
getting DQ'd
yeah.
from the race.
It was a real shame with that disqualification. I'm also a bit happy because it means that I got that second place finish. Being a bit cheeky there, but yeah.
Yeah, I think if you hadn't came together through sunset, I think
Uh,
it would have
it would have been a run to
it,
the line.
it would have been it would have been a photo finish. I could see that
Oh
being a
yeah,
photo finish.
absolutely.
So words from Nico says he ran out of fuel. He was supposed to pit when Ethan did, but forgot.
Yeah, yeah. What a shame, but no, yeah. I let him catch back up. I really enjoyed the fight, and I didn't really want to just do 15 minutes of running by myself.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well,
but
thanks for
th-
having a chat with us. I'll catch back up with you in 10 minutes.
thank you very much. Thanks very much.
Let's have a look at the final leaderboard. So, sunset here at Sebring International Raceway. Finished under the nighttime and track lights here. A very close battle towards the end between Ethan and Nico. But topping the timing sheets and topping the race today is Bob Little, 4.5k driver. Finishes 51 seconds ahead of the battling drivers fight for P2. Ethan Turner comes home to finish P2 after an amazing battle with Nico. Liam Lancaster and Thomas Fox were battling throughout most of that race. Would have been, I think, better if I was able to keep track of what was going on between those two as well. Liam Lancaster does make that position up in the end, finishing 2 tenths up on Thomas Fox. Thomas Fox comes home to finish P4. Nico Balderrama, fortunately, DQ, but due to length or distance travelled, comes home P5. Brockwell team P6. Ken Backen in P7. Fuel strategy during stint 1 not paying off for him there. Ended up 16 seconds off the driver ahead. Chris Colbath, P8. Lewis Connolly P9 and Inham Khan in P10. So, a couple of last little things before we end up today's stream. Obviously, we are going to be launching the website this week. I'm just ironing out a couple of last little details, getting some leagues and races set up inside. So we actually have something to sign into and register for. You will need an account when we go live with the site. Going forwards, we're going to be running the public sessions less often and doing sort of these pre-registered races. Again, it just sort of eliminates the people coming in to essentially ruin it for others, especially with the sort of format that we're running for these. But yeah, huge congratulations to Bob, and again, Ethan Turner and Nico. Fantastic last battle there, but Liam Lancaster, due to DQ, able to finish on the podium. But that's it from me. Feel free to drop me a follow, whether you're watching on TikTok, Twitch, or YouTube. We stream on all 3 of them. We're going to be doing more of these sessions, hopefully a little bit more regularly than just Mondays. Feel free to come and join the Discord. Discord link is in the bio over on Discord, over on the social platforms you're watching on. We'll also be posting all of the updates, highlights, and details in there as per usual as well. But that's it from me, and I'll